Welcome back to Primetime News.
Special welcome to viewers on onespotmedia.com as well as TVJ International in the Cayman Islands.
Up first this evening, the opposition PNP is promising to roll out a program called EASE to help reduce the high cost of living.
This was among a slew of measures outlined by opposition spokesman on finance Julian Robinson as he made his contribution to the budget debate. Julian Robinson had a lengthy run-up to the wicket, outlining what the opposition PNP did in the 2012 to 2016 period to rescue Jamaica's economy and save the IMF agreement. He eventually fired this opening shot after looking at key data showing macroeconomic improvements.
And if they try to clear paternity, we would call it a jacket. We would call it a jacket. And if you did the DNA, the DNA would say, enough for them picnic, a PNP picnic.
Despite the positives, the opposition spokesman on finance argued that some Jamaicans are struggling to make ends meet. If the PNP forms the next government, they are promising to roll out the EASE program, ensuring adequate sustenance for education.
The EASE program will guarantee that every needy student from primary to secondary school receives one nutritious meal per day at school, with a long-term plan to expand that to include breakfast. This
will also extend to students that are not on the PATH program. The PNP is also promising to give beneficiaries of the Students' Loan Bureau SLB an additional 6 months before they start paying back their loans so they have more time to settle in the workforce. SLB beneficiaries will also be able to renegotiate their monthly payments. He explained what may happen to a beneficiary who was mandated to pay $30,000 per month.
We will formalize it. You have to show your pay slip. You can't just come in and say, I can't pay the $30,000. You have to demonstrate what your income levels are. And once you maintain that and you're paying whether it's 20, you won't be considered in default, so that your credit score won't be affected and it won't impact your ability to deal with.
For retired senior citizens,
Mr. Speaker, we're going to introduce for our elders or senior citizens who are retired a flat rate for their National Water Commission water bills. A flat rate. It is not going to be one rate across the board because people have different consumption patterns, right? And so you work out, and we will work out what that rate is.
In the meantime, the opposition is also promising to waive corporate income tax for new MSMEs for 3 years. There is also a promise to phase out the asset tax on financial institutions such as banks over a 5-year period.
Bank fees keep growing. In some cases, up to 40–50% of total income. So we're going to have to sit down and say, if we're going to phase out the asset tax, which you've been calling for, you're going to have to look at those fees that you charge customers. Those fees which, when you go to an ATM, there are a whole host of fees. So we are saying we will phase out the asset tax, but we are going to have a discussion about bringing those fees down so that we can deal with the cost to customers of those services.